Okay, now we want to do the same thing we did in preceding, but x squared plus some multiple of x plus some number. We want to take that and express it as a perfect square plus or minus some number. Okay, so example, let's take this expression. Okay, well, x squared plus 18x can be completed by adding 81. Half of 18 is 9. Square that, you get 81. So x squared plus 18x plus 81 equals x plus 9 quantity squared. So x squared plus 18x equals x plus 9 squared minus 81. Okay. Thus, x squared plus 18x plus 20 equals, well, it's x squared plus 18x, which is this. Okay, here's your x squared plus 18x. That's x plus 9 quantity squared minus 81 plus 20. And that equals x plus 9 squared, negative 81 plus 20 is minus 61. So, once you know how to figure out what to add to x squared plus 18x in order to get a perfect square, and write that as a perfect square, which you should know by the time you get to this exercise, the rest is fairly straightforward. You just figure out what your x squared plus 18x is, and then in the original expression you replace x squared plus 18x by that expression, and you do the arithmetic. Okay, now there are other ways that this can be written out, so let me just show you how this could be written out in another way. Okay, you can say x squared plus 18x plus 20 equals x squared plus 18x plus 81 minus 81 plus 20. And all I've done is I've added 81 and subtracted 81, kind of like a virtual particle coming in and out of existence in an attosecond or whatever. Okay? So, that's a perfectly valid thing to do. Now, why did I add 81? Because that completes the square on x squared plus 18x. Why did I subtract 81? Because I didn't have an 81 here. So when I added 81, I changed this. But if I now subtract 81, I didn't change anything except the form of the expression. This is exactly equal to this, and that's very obvious. If you do the 81 minus 81, you're back to here. Okay? Then I put parentheses around this. And I say, well, okay, that equals x plus 9 quantity squared, leaving me with minus 81 plus 20, that's minus 61. Now that's all done in just a couple of steps, so if that makes sense to you, that's the way it's usually presented. And there's nothing wrong with that, except that nobody ever learns it very well, so I'm wanting to present it like this. Okay? But I'm going to point out this as well. So as far as I'm concerned, this is acceptable. But if you want to do it more succinctly, and if this makes sense to you, that's fine too. I'm going to ask you to do it both ways. I want to at least see this way. If you can then do it this way, that's even better. Okay?